morning, students. Today we have to cover the rest part of the chapter Mother's Day, which we have been doing for a few days. Today we have to cover page numbers 38 to 40. For the recap of the summary or the story, I would like to tell you something as the recap. Mrs. Pearson and Mrs. Fitzgerald, they talk with each other about the Pearsons' family. How does Mrs. Fitzgerald suggests Mrs. Pearson, and how does she tell some ideas how to learn the lesson to Doris and Cyril. Mrs. Pearson reacts very severely and she does not want to do that because she doesn't want any unpleasantness and unhappiness in her family. But when she agrees to do that, Mrs. Fitzgerald suggests that I'll cooperate you and I'll handle your problem. How does she cooperate Mrs. Pearson? She changes the soul with each other and begin to treat Cyril and Doris. One by one, as they came at home, she treats them like a strange person. She has completely changed the way of her talking, the way to react, the way to reply. They got shocked after watching such behavior of their mother. When Mrs. Pearson reacts, who is originally, the inner personality of Fitzgerald is in Mrs. Pearson's body. So she is reacting very rudely. She has become very rude. And it was very strange and shocking for the two children, Doris and Cyril. Next, what happens and how do they feel and what do they talk with each other about their mother? Let us know. Mrs. Pearson, I might. Who do you think? Doris, staring at her mom, what's the matter with you? As Doris came at home from outside, she demanded for a cup of tea and ironed silk dress. This both work was incomplete to do. Her mother has not finished it. So she seems very angry at her mom that why have you not completed it. She stares. Doris stares at her mom angrily and says, what's the matter? What's the wrong with you, mom? Why are you reacting like this? It is very strange to me. You never reacted like this. Today, what happened with you? Mrs. Pearson, don't be silly. You needn't to be silly and foolish about that. How am I reacting and how am I replying? It doesn't matter. Don't try to be silly. Doris, indignantly, she was very angry at that moment when her mom says that don't be silly. It is not me that's being silly. Doris says that I am not going to be silly. Okay, and I must say it's a bit much when I have been working hard all day and you can't even bother to get my tea ready. Doris says to her mom that most of the time I stay outside, I bother and I do hard work over there. But you can't bother for my cup of tea and I running my silk dress. What happened to you? Did you hear what I said about my yellow silk? Now she says about her yellow silk, which she is going to wear when she is going to leave for a meeting, okay, along with her boyfriend. So Mrs. Pearson reacts, no, don't you like it now? I never did. If you have to wear and you need it, you may do it by yourself. I don't like it and I am not going to do this. Doris, once again angrily, of course, I like it. It's the phase of satire. She doesn't like it, however, she says that I like it. You are doing well, mom. And I am going to wear it tonight. She says that I am going to wear my yellow silk tonight because I have to leave along with my boyfriend. So, Mrs. Pearson, want it ironed? What do you think it's going to do? Iron itself. You want your silk dress ironed. You want your silk dress ready. But is it going to be ironed by itself? Who will iron your silk dress? Her mom questions that there is nobody in this family who is going to iron your silk dress. And she says that silk dress is not going to be ironed by itself. You have to do it. It's your duty and your responsibility. Doris, no, you are going to iron it for me. You always do. She enforces that you are going to iron my silk dress because you always and you have been doing for many years. Now, Mrs. Pearson, well, okay, this time I don't. I am angry with you that I have been managing all the things and I have been making all the possible things, taking your responsibilities, making a cup of tea and all. But this time or since this very moment, I am not going to do anything for you. And don't talk rubbish to me about working hard. And I don't want to do hard work anymore. Don't talk and don't order to me for anything else. I have good idea how much you do. I know well what do you do and how much you do. I am well known about your activities, about your works. So don't mention it. Doris Pearson, I put in twice the hours you do and get no wages nor thanks for it. Mrs. Pearson, Doris's mom says that I do twice. If we pay attention at our works, my works is more than yours. Okay, and I am not paid anything as wages nor thanks. Nobody reacts me smoothly. Okay, I do much more than you, but nobody reacts me well. Nobody gives me respect. So why to do anymore? I will not do any work. I will not manage anything for you. And get no wages nor thanks for it. Why are you going to wear your yellow silk? Her mom questions. Then why are you going to wear your yellow silk? Where are you going? Where are you going? Sulkily out with Charlie Spence. Are you going with your boyfriend Charlie Spence? Charlie Spence is the name of Doris's boyfriend. Doris, are with Charlie Spence? Dory replies that I am going with Charlie Spence, my boyfriend. Mrs. Pearson, why? Why are you going? What are you going to do? Doris, wildly, she gets a great anger and says, why? What are you saying? Why? I'll go. What's the matter with you? What's wrong with you? Why are you asking so many questions to me? I do it daily. It's my daily life routine. But today, why? Whatever I am saying, you are saying not to do, and why? What is this? What's wrong with you? I go out with Charlie Spence if he asks me, and when I want to, I'll go. It's my way, and it's my lifestyle. If he asks me to go outside along with him, certainly I'll go. Nobody can stop me. Any objections? Go on, you might as well tell me. Any objections? Do you have any problem if I go along with him? Doris, she is the daughter. She is speaking like a bad man. Okay, and she ought not to speak to her mom like this. Because being a daughter, being junior, we must pay attention for the limitations, for the respects to our elderly people. It is very bad manner and unacceptable if you are going to behave someone like this. He will not tolerate it. You must change yourself and you must talk to your elderly people smoothly so that they will feel more better while they will talk to you. But Doris, she was a very bad girl. She doesn't know how to talk with elder peoples. She talks with her mom just like a strange and rude lady. And her mom doesn't like this. Even she says that, do you have any objection? It seemed that she is her mom. Doris is Pearson's mom. But what is the actual thing? Actually, Doris is the daughter of Pearson. However, she talks angrily and loudly to her mom. It is not justified. It is not a good manner to talk. So, dear students, you always be respected and always give your parents a great respect. You always talk to your parents smoothly. They'll take you as their priority happily. But if you are going to do something like Doris, they'll also get irritated and get angry. Next line. Mrs. Pearson severely, can't you find anybody better? No. She says to Doris. She is also making fun of her boyfriend. Mrs. Pearson, she was Doris's mom. However, she was making fun. Okay, she was just giving satire on her boyfriend, Charlie Spence. What does she say? I would not be seen there with Charlie Spence. You are going along with him to enjoy the part of your life and the moment. But I would never like to be dead along with Charlie Spence. It's a great satire. And it was very irritating for Doris also. When her mom says that, I would never like to be dead. I don't accept death along with that personality, that buddy, and you are going to enjoy. You have chosen him as your boyfriend. What the hell are you going to do? Next, Mrs. Pearson says that buck teeth and half-witted. He is just like crazy person, and his teeth, it is not good. It is not good to see. How are you going to manage? How have you chosen him as your boyfriend? Doris, he isn't. Doris cuts in and says, he is not like you are describing. Okay, and I needn't your suggestions. I needn't any kind of interaction about my boyfriend. Mrs. Pearson, she says, when I was your age, I had have found somebody better than Charlie Spence. Mrs. Pearson says that if I could be at the place of you, I would choose someone else. Never a boy like Charlie Spence. Okay? See, blows just satire on the boyfriend of Doris, saying, I'll never like to be dead. It is very criticizing comment, okay, and it was not acceptable for Doris. Who will accept it? If somebody will poke fun at their boyfriend or girlfriend, nobody would be there to accept it. So it was very irritating, it was very shocking for Doris. Mrs. Pearson says that, or given myself up as a bad job. I'll never do this job. I'll never accept this type of boy to make my boyfriend if I would be at your age. Next line, Doris, nearly in tears. After hearing all the bad comments and criticism about her boyfriend, she was about to tear up. She was about to cry. Okay, because she could not bear it that somebody says and criticizes her boyfriend. It was unbearable for Doris. Doris runs out left. She leaves the place and get off from there. Mrs. Pearson chuckles, she smiles for a while and begins putting the cards together. Mrs. Pearson, she collects the cards on the table and keep it together. After a moment, Cyril Pearson enters left. He is the masculine counterpart of Doris. After some time, when Doris left, Cyril, counterpart of Doris, means he was Pearson's son. Okay, and he bossed in the left side. He is masculine, just I told you, the brother of Doris. Cyril, hello mom, is tea ready? Cyril asks for a cup of tea to his mom. Mrs. Pearson, her mom replies negatively, no, it is not yet. Cyril, moving to the table annoyed, why not? He felt annoyed because the tea was not ready. And he questioned, why? Why is it not ready, mom? Mrs. Pearson, coolly, I could not bother. I did not want to make it. She replies all the questions smoothly, in a cool expression. Cyril, feeling off color or something? Are you suffering? What happened? What's wrong with you? No, never felt better in my life. His mom replies to her son, I never felt better in my life. All the sick things is going on in my life, and I have been working as if a servant works in the life. I am not going to tolerate anymore. This is my decision. Cyril, aggressively, what's the idea then? He also gets anger. He became so aggressive and excited. She is about to burst. Okay, then what's the idea then? What are you going to do? Now, Mrs. Pearson, just a chance. I want to get some changes in my life. Okay, I am not going to continue the pattern of living my life anymore. I want to change it. Cyril, well, snap out of it, ma, and get cracking. Haven't too much time. He just words and cuts in to Mrs. Pearson. Mom, please, just come out and do something for me. I don't have any time. Okay, just do what I said, please. Cyril is about to go when Mrs. Pearson's voice checks in. Okay, after saying that Cyril is about to leave from there, and meanwhile he was struck by his mom. What? Mrs. Pearson says, I have plenty of time. Okay, there is no problem with time. I have plenty of time and I want to enjoy it. I am not going to do anymore. It's enough. It's unbearable for me. Cyril, yes, but I haven't got a busy night tonight. He says that you have time. Cyril, Pearson's son says that you have enough time, but I don't have time. Okay, I have a busy tonight. Mrs. Pearson, Cully, can't remember. Uh, I have not put your things out. As Cyril told her to put his things out from his bag, but it was also incomplete to do. Okay, his mom has not completed any task what he ordered. Cyril, moving to the table. Now look, when I asked you this morning, you promised. You promised me to do my works, Mom, early in the morning, as I told you, and you were agreed. Then what happened? Why did you not do it? You said you have looked through them first in case there was any mending, and you also promised me to check out my clothes. Okay, is there any mending? Is there any problem? Is there any hole in it or not? Is it fresh? Is it wearable? Is it ready or not? You promised to do all that, but what happened now? Why are you saying like this? Mrs. Pearson, yes, well, now I have decided I don't like mending. Mrs. Pearson says that now I have decided, this is the decision which I took recently, not to do anything anymore. Now you have to stand for your own responsibilities, on your own works. I don't like anything. Okay, means she was refusing all the actions and she was just reacting badly, okay, to her children, so that they'll feel the same as she feels. Next, Cyril, that's a nice way to talk, Mom. He uses satire. That's the nice way. What the admirable way are you talking? It's admirable. It's a wonderful way to talk with anybody. But he never felt the way as he talked to his mom. Okay? Most of the time we don't realize what we are doing. We don't realize the impact of our own reactions, which we leave on others. But when it is given to us as return, we feel so bad. Same happened with Cyril. Now he realizes the feeling when somebody ignores, somebody don't follow, don't give respect to anyone. Cyril realizes.